Good win for us. And I love that it looked like we got our defensive mojo, our defensive confidence back, as that game went along. And, we had to get to different groupings and different matchups, but we kept scrapping and found a way to give ourselves a chance. We talked about, pregame, the free throws and turnovers being big for us, and we did a heck of a job of knocking down free throws. Still hurt ourselves, way too many turnovers. But another thing that they do really well we wanted to focus on was the offensive rebound. And we for playing as small as we did for a lot of the game, I thought we did a heck of a job rebounding the ball. Rebounding the ball and knocking down free throws kind of allowed us to win that game, even with the amount of turnovers that we had.
Luke, you wouldn't necessarily see it reflect in the box score, but you put Josh Hart in kind of early in the third quarter after not playing in the first half. And what was he symbolic of in that defensive effort and just generally erasing that 19-point deficit?
Yeah, he was great. He was great. That's why people should not judge on the stats or the box scores. He was 2 of 3, and he was plus 22. And he was diving for loose balls, coming up with rebounds, just making winning plays. And when he plays like that, he's really important for us. But it's tough, in the first half where he hadn't played the last few games with his knee and then had the procedure done, and we got new guys in. So, we're trying to see who's rolling, the guys who have been playing first. And we needed to find some toughness and some of that scrap that when he's on his game, he brings. So credit to him for staying ready, even though he didn't play in the first half.
Look, was that about as good as you could ask in terms of keeping Harden relatively off the free throw line and relatively off the 3-point line?
Yeah, I thought it's always a team job to stop someone. He had 30 points. We didn't stop him, but yeah, we did. In my opinion, we did a very nice job on making it hard for him, not giving him too many free looks at the free throw line, and contesting the threes without fouling. Our guys, we started with Reggie on him, then KCP. Brandon had some good opportunity on him. We went from our normal coverage to our blitz coverage to try to keep him off balance a little bit. But the whole team did a pretty good job.
Luke, LeBron said this week that he had activated a level of intensity that the team needed for the playoff run. What did you see different about him today? He's had more of a serious focus on his face about him over the last 2 days, even the practice facility. But like I said, he's LeBron. These guys putting up 38 and 8 a night. He's great every night. So I think he recognizes where we're at and what the sense of urgency we need to play with. He was huge for us in getting a win tonight, but he's always great.
Coach, I know it's just one win, but what can a win like this be, momentum-wise, coming out of the All-Star break, coming back from 19 points? What could that do?
Well, it can give us some momentum that we need, or it can do nothing. It depends how we respond to this. So we got to come in, get ready for New Orleans tomorrow. We got to start prepping for New Orleans, and we got to go there and play with the same competitive spirit we played with in the second half of tonight. You go on this road trip and drop 2 straight, then what does this game really mean? It all depends on how we respond from this, but it definitely can bring a certain type of momentum and energy and belief, especially with kind of the way we sputtered into All-Star.
Luke, how did LeBron's proclamation of him saying that he was going to activate and that it was kind of time to reach into the bag and pull out the full extent of his tricks? What did that do you think for the rest of the guys, the rest of the team, and did you see them trying to match that intensity over the last couple of days and then tonight? We had a really good practice yesterday. Shoot around was very
it was sharp. We were locked into what we were doing. But our guys always want. Our guys want to win. It's not. It's not like all of a sudden they're saying to themselves, "Oh, now we have to win." Like, our guys compete. They play hard. They have all year. And when we've been healthy, we've been good. And we got injured and we struggled, but they were still competing. So we know. We know what our group is made of, but it's now to another level. And, whether or not how that affected individual players, you got to ask them. I have no idea. But we did find it tonight and found a way, even when we weren't making shots and the game was sloppy for us, to stay close enough and give ourselves a chance.
Luke, what did you see from Bullock tonight on both ends of the floor?
I thought he was really, really good for us. Defensively, we asked him to pick Harden up full court and deny him when he could, and force him right and force him off the 3-point line. And we asked a lot of him. And when he got open shots, he knocked them down, including a really big three in the late in the fourth. And that's what we're going to need. When LeBron is going to get double teamed late in the game. We worked on it in practice the last day and a half, but the guys did a really nice job. I think it was Josh Hart cut out, and then B.I. set that little flare screen on the only guy left in that corner. So give those guys credit for making the little plays too. But yeah, we got to be ready. We got to be ready to knock down shots, and he did that tonight.
Hey, Luke, we talked about Josh coming in the game, but what did going small do for you guys to help spark that comeback, especially LeBron? I think at the 5 there.
Well, we were able to put together some stops. They came out in that third, and James hit a couple tough threes, and then they started to kind of take advantage of our coverage that we've been using against them. Felt like they were starting to get comfortable with it. So the idea was, anytime we felt they were going to start getting comfortable, we got to change it up. So it was more of just a way to try to shock the game and bring the energy and momentum back to us. Which can be dangerous because, like I said, that's a very good offensive rebounding team, and they got great one-on-one players that can break you down, and then they have shooters out there. So it definitely changed the flow of the game and moved momentum into onto our side. But again, the thing I was impressed most about our small lineup was the way we rebounded. And Brandon Ingram, I think, led the way with that. He was coming in with backside reboundings over, where it didn't look like we were going to come up with the ball, and he did it all night long.